What is up, legends? It's Scion. We're back and we're doing a special hype watch today. It's almost the end of the year, so we're going to pretty much be talking about 5 games, top 5 games. However, we have an honorable mention. I only put in one honorable mention this year, and that is going to be Honkai Impact. Now, Honkai Impact last year for me was the game of the year. Now, this year, it kind of fell off a little bit. The updates, for me personally, weren't all that great, but this is from a game that was like pretty much game of the year last year. So this year it's still kind of lit, still kind of fun to get into, and a lot of people forget that Honkai Impact. Without that, there will be no Genshin Impact. That's kind of the person who, or the game, the game that paved the way for that. And in a lot of ways, this is a better game than Genshin Impact. It has a lot more content in it because it's been out for a longer period of time. So gotta keep that in mind as well. And I think the actual combat system is a little bit more better because they kind of restrict you in Genshin. They don't restrict you in Honkai. Honkai, you can go apeshit and do some pretty fun stuff, and all the characters are different. I think the difference in Honkai to Genshin is that Honkai actually doesn't have males. It's just pretty much all female characters, which is just an overload, and I think you have to have males, and Genshin kind of showed that fact. So we're going to get into the top 5, and yeah, let's have some fun. Number 5 is Epic 7. Epic 7 has always been lit, and love it or hate it, Epic 7 was the first game to make the gaming community on Twitch and YouTube take mobile games seriously. It blew up. Twitch had to take it seriously to the point where they allowed me to put it on the front page, and that made it go even crazy. We had like 10,000 people on a Friday night watching Epic 7 and liking it. That was the biggest thing about it. That's what I was shocked about, is that people liked it. People who downloaded it and wanted to actually play it. And that was literally like the first mobile game that I've seen that was a RPG. Now, there's been other games that have been shooters, there's been other games that's kind of like puzzle and stuff like that, but that was the first RPG game that I had seen. Summoner's War never got that high. I've never seen anybody have Summoner's War get that high. And since then, Epic 7 has done a lot to gain back the trust of the people and gain back, people actually playing it. And I still think that it's worth being in the top 5 when it comes to mobile gaming and being mentioned, which is why it's at top 5 right now. They've gotten even better characters. They've gotten better at making the characters and making the skills. It's just that, it's an older game, so people are always looking for something new, but it's definitely worth actually checking out, and it deserves to be at number 5. Exos Heroes is number 4. Now, on this list, I think Exos Heroes is another game that got a lot of attention when we were streaming it. People liked it. People flocked to it. It fell off a little bit, which is why it's not higher on the list, but it's still a good game, and they have done a lot in the recent months to make this game more streamlined. It has a lot of quality of life stuff in it. The characters actually in the game look really good, HD. And if you notice right here, this game has a lot of production value. They put a lot of emphasis in story. In fact, you're going to notice a theme through all of these games, including the honorable mention, is a lot of production value, a lot of story. Story means something in video games. If you can't identify with the players and the characters that you're trying to summon on in the gacha, you probably don't try to summon on it. You probably don't spend money on it. So when you feel like a deep interlining emotion when it comes to playing these games, there always seems to be the thing that will make you come back, and this game has characters in it that will make you come back. And now they have it so that they're doing things where they're making characters grow up, not be so chibi, get some more adult, like they did with the now blooming and blossoming event that they currently have going on right now. They do a good job of making you want to actually come back. I appreciate stuff like that in the game, and I appreciate this game. It has a lot of good combat in it. It has a lot of good PvP in it, good rating, good music and content overall. And this is pretty much like the trailer that you're seeing right now, that from the current season. And the characters have a different type of look. It's a little bit water drawn, as you can see right here, and it's not like everything else. That makes you kind of want to look at the game a little bit more and enjoy the artwork and the world that they put you inside of. So this is Exos Heroes at number 4, and it deserves its spot. Number 3, Guardian Tales. Guardian Tales is actually my number 1 game of the year, if we're being honest. No, personal heartfelt number 1 game of the year is Guardian Tales. This is a fun game. It has so much content in it. There's so many characters in it, and it's like going back to your days of Super Nintendo where you got 16-bit, 8-bit type of stuff going on right now. A lot of boss fights, a lot of raiding. You have components where the only thing that's missing right now is dungeon and active raids with people. That's the only thing that this game lacks right now, and I've heard and seen that they're working on that type of stuff and making it fun. Like, this overall, like, look at all the lit stuff, the memes that's in this game. If you want to have an Android game where you play for memes, this is it. There's a ton of memes in this game. You can get so much culture in this game. The culture in this game is just lit. Overall, I just love it. It's a fun game. Personally, I play this as my guilty pleasure game. I don't cover it as much as, maybe other people do. A lot of people don't cover it at all because it's just graphically, it's not the best game out there, but you want fun. You want to just enjoy yourself and have a good time, and just free to play for your money and actually get somewhere in the game where you don't have to actually have all the meta characters. You can just build kind of like whatever you want and enjoy yourself. This would be the game. This would be the game out of all 5. This is the game that you can just play and enjoy yourself and never have to really worry about it. So Guardian Tales deserves a spot at number 3, and get in there. Alright guys, number 2 is Illusion Connect. Illusion Connect is a fun behind a game. You have a lot of waifus. You have a lot of depth in what you can do with all your characters. You can build your characters different ways if you want. You can build them on speed. You can build them on DPS. Again, you see another game, presentation. Presentation and fun is basically what's going to help you carry in this world when it comes to mobile gaming. Anytime that you have good waifus, anytime that you have good just presentation, again, presentation like this big, like who's these characters? Phoenix? Who's Phoenix? Am I gonna have to spin on Phoenix? Is it cute? Character-wise, combat, like you can just do a lot in this game. It has a lot of modes. And I appreciate them because it's another one of those companies that they reach out to the YouTubers, they reach out to the community, because if you don't have YouTube and Twitch, if nobody is putting videos up or streaming your content, it is a good chance that your game is going to die in this day and age. And you notice all the games that have been dying this year, that's what they lack. They don't have anybody doing videos on them, and they don't have anybody streaming them or playing them on Twitch. And they all die because nobody knows. Nobody even knows your game is there if nobody's actually talking about your game. So you need stuff like that. And Illusion Connect is another game that does a good job. Alright guys, number 1. I wish we could have a little bit more suspense, but we all knew it was going to be number 1. Genshin has the best polished when it comes to, as far as gameplay, the best polished game in Android right now. And it's a little bit unfair because Genshin isn't an Android game. It's really a console game. And I know you guys are like, but it's on PC. It's not really a PC game. This is a console game. It's designed to run on console. It's designed to be played on console. It's really not designed for mobile. So it's a little bit unfair for this to even be on this list. But with that said, it is a mobile game, and it's a very lit mobile game. The characters, again, the presentation, I keep coming back to presentation. That's what this whole list is about. Presentation, characters, stuff that you can come back to, stuff that you feel about. Like you feel about playing this game and seeing the characters. You feel about this Dragon Dvalin, which was literally your first boss that you had to face that was meant any something. You feel about this wolf, this Boreas. Like it's just fun all the way around, and it just keeps getting better as time goes along. Hopefully they'll keep getting better and better as the time goes along, but just the characters themselves. We got a new dark-skinned waifu. You guys know how I feel about that. And It's just number one. It's just literally the number one. The way that it looks, the graphics, the sound, the world, the open world, the waifus, everything, everything. So with that said, that's all of my top 5. I hope you guys enjoyed. What you guys can do in the comment section below is let me know what your top 5 is for the year. I really want to actually see that because, like, this is my top 5. I thought about it for a while. I've been thinking about it actually for a month. And there's nothing else really coming out after this. So I'll catch you guys next video. Be legendary, and thanks for watching.